Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Hope you're having a great Tuesday morning. Hope that you're enjoying your day and got a great day lined up for yourself. I've got a great day lined up here on the program. I get to spend time every week with my good friend Kent Batman, whom we both go back further now than we even like to begin to admit. That's how long it's been. Kent is involved in a lot of interesting projects in the whole energy and really even environmental industry, if you get right down to it. But we have him on with our Energy Corridor segment that we like to do every week, and we're talking about vichemecofluids, which is a company that he represents. Before we talk about our topic today, which I'll let you tee up here in a moment, tell us a little bit about Vichem, and welcome.
Well, thanks, Kev. Great to be here. Vichemecofluids makes biodegradable drilling fluids, and does so in a combination that works as well as petroleum-based mud, or at least, that's what our evidence shows, our research shows. We have customers that have been very pleased with the results. Of course, when you use biodegradable drilling fluids, your cleanup is a lot easier and less expensive, and so everybody makes more money, and we don't contaminate any groundwater, and we get lots of good energy.
Yeah, very, very good. And as far as the topic this morning, here we are, one of the very early parts of 2013. What did you have in mind today?
Well, I just want to go over just kind of what you're talking about. What is the energy market? What is the drilling industry going to look like in this state or in this whole country going forward this year? We had an election in November that wasn't what a lot of people were looking for. And so, what does that mean for our industry? Mm-hmm. And so on a prediction, I've noticed that the rig count is slightly down this year from where it was this time last year. And so a lot of people are saying, is there going to be less drilling? And the indications I'm getting from the industry is that, they're still making a conversion from gas wells, which gas is now $3, where just a few years ago it was $10 a million BTUs. And oil prices are up, so the operators are moving from gas wells to oil wells. And so I think that the industry is going to do very well this year, but it's always, has to be nimble, always having to make changes. Mm-hmm, yeah. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that, first of all, we're always going to need more and more energy, obviously. We really need to be shooting for what the Mitt Romney campaign argued for, which is North American energy independence. We got, a great partner in Canada that is more than willing to do business with us, but obviously they are far more progressive and enlightened when it comes to the value of free markets and energy independence than what our leadership is in this country. Isn't that a sad thought?
Well, it's crazy. I've got a customer from Canada, from Vancouver. And he used to talk about how difficult it was to do business in Canada and so on. And now when we talk, I say, well, I don't know if you noticed, but we've kind of gone further towards the regulations path than you have. Because Canada, especially in the oil industry, is very open-minded. They're getting tons of things done.
Yeah.
And drilling a lot.
Yeah, by the way, the Conservative Party runs Canada and has now for the last few years, which is one of the reasons why it's, accelerating when it comes to economic liberty, while the U.S. continues its rapid decline. In fact, Canada, according to the Fraser Institute, Canada is several spots ahead of the United States on the Economic Freedom Index. U.S. is ranked 18 in economic freedom. 18.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, you talk some money markets. People that are looking to go public with a corporation now are not looking at the New York exchange. They're looking at the Toronto exchange.
Yeah.
And for the same reasons, less regulation, a freer market.
Yep. And so it's a world upside down. I honestly don't know, Kent. That's part of the problem that I think the macro economy has had with this administration. All across the board is the lack of ability to be able to be, do decision making from a position of predictability, because he is, or Barack Obama is, so unpredictable.
Yeah, that's true. But, it's funny. We all watched the moratorium on offshore drilling, right?
Yep.
And just imagine, you were about to drill a big hole, and now you're told you can't do it. But the funny thing is, and then a lot of these applications were done way before that, but the land-based drilling just boomed. It just went crazy. And we're finding oil and gas everywhere, finding new fields everywhere. We definitely wouldn't want to give Obama any credit for that, but it's almost like the more he tries to stop things, the more the free market figures out how to go around it.
Yeah, and that's the thing I don't think they quite get. I know this is kind of a stretch analogy-wise, but it's just like the ludicrous arguments we're hearing from the left when it comes to gun control laws. It's like, really? You're going to, the only way to stop evil people with guns is good people with guns. But what they want to do is make guns illegal, which means only people with illegal activity in mind will have guns.
Yeah, well, then, funny thing, following that argument, I don't know if you saw that, my Congressman, Steve Stockman, put a bill in to eliminate gun-free zones. Yeah,
I did notice that, gun-free zones. And in fact, he got a lot of national play from that. He also put in an audit to Federal Reserve bill, which, I don't see that going anywhere. But he better be careful. He could find himself on someone's hit list with those kind of crazy bills. But I was excited, and I would be proud to call him my congressman with that kind of legislation. He did that his very first day, put that in the hopper, both of those bills.
Well, and following up on that, watch the gun control legislation. Last time they passed an assault weapons ban, we started having the concealed carry laws. It's funny how the left... And
let's be careful with our language, Ken. It's a automatic weapon ban, is what it is. It's not a assault weapon ban any more than abortion is pro-choice.
Yeah, no, I agree. But we're talking.
Gotta watch our language. Don't use the language of the left. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, our audience knows what it is. But either way, what happens is when the left makes a push, the right quietly accomplishes something. Mm-hmm. And, the concealed carry bill has lowered gun violence all over every state that has been put in place. So it would be funny to see, this whole push from the left to limit guns, and then suddenly the right gets rid of gun-free zones, which I think I've told you, my son's college was the first one in Texas to take down the sign saying this is a gun-free zone.
Yeah, I love that. That is awesome. And I guess there's a school district up north in Texas that has where if you're a teacher, you can bring a gun to school if you have a concealed handgun license.
We're going to see more and more of that.
Yeah, and we need to see more and more of that. And in fact, I have an article in cnsnews.com that talks about how we basically ought to regulate gun-free zones out of existence. If you're going to have gun-free zones, you better have a minimum of 3 armed guards. You better have several, certain minimal number of video cameras, buzz doors for people to go in. You have got to realize that a gun-free zone is a magnet for criminals if you're not prepared accordingly. Ken Badman's been my guest. vichemecofluids.com. We went down the straw on gun control, but there's a lot of analogies here. What the left doesn't understand is that the market will prevail. And the more restrictions you put on an entrepreneur, the more that entrepreneur is going to make things happen. You just watch. And, a person wants to do something, they're going to do it. And so, thanks so much, Kent.
Thank you, Kevin. Talk to you later.
All right. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. Stay tuned to it right here on The Price of Business.